Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Rodriguez. Yes. And I want to say thank you to all the subscribers that have subscribed to the channel, guys. Without you guys here as a YouTube creator, this channel does not run, guys. So we just thankful for the subscribers that have subscribed. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up if you like, and also hit a comment down below. Today's topic is, who is your role model? Who is your role model? In life, guys, we can have role models, man, in all kind of places. You know what I mean? We can have a role model as a rapper. We can have a role model as a basketball player, role model as a football player, somebody in high position, you know what I'm saying? A baseball player, soccer player. We can have those role models, right? And in life, we got to be careful with those role models, man. You know, because, see, you can have a wrong role model in position. And by having the wrong role model in position, it can jeopardize your life journey, you know, where that person's in position and don't supposed to be in position, right? So everyone has had someone that they put in position as a role model. In reality, we can mimic our role model to the T, but not know their behind the scene moves. In reality, we can mimic our role model to the T, but we can not mimic their role behind the scenes. You see what I'm saying? To the T. So with putting a role model in position, we can't mimic their roles, you know what I'm saying, behind the scene. Like, we just see them in action, you know what I'm saying? Let's say if that's a baseball player, you know what I'm saying? I like the Ken Griffey Jr. growing up, and I you know what I'm saying, I played baseball. I loved it. Ken Griffey Jr. Moves and how he moved on the baseball field. So I would look at him and visualize, you know, okay, man, I like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Number 24, man, they give me that number, man. You know, I'll be in the game, you know. So, but I was trying to mimic Ken Griffey Jr. And in the process of watching and studying and things of that nature, to where, you know, I thought I had it down to the T, you know. But mimicking this individual and trying to have things down to the T, it wasn't all the way down to the T, you know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to mimic this role model, but I could never get it all the way down to the T. So it's really a role play, right? So when we mimicking somebody and we viewing them as a role model, what we're doing in the act, we're doing a role play. That's crazy, you know what I'm saying? That's what I had to understand, that I was doing a role play of Ken Griffey Jr. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to be like Ken Griffey Jr., but at the end of the day, that was a role play only. You know, because Ken Griffey Jr. is Ken Griffey Jr. You know, I can't never be Ken Griffey Jr., you know what I'm saying? Why? Because God only made one Ken Griffey Jr. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And then anything after that, it's a junior, senior, things of that nature. You know where I'm going with that, right? So it's like, that was only one, you know. So, man, it's only a role play. When when reality soaked in, it was only a role play. To be like your role model, you will have to live in the life, and still then you cannot be just like them. To be like your role model, you know, basically you had to live in their life, you know, their everyday move, you know what I'm saying, study them, you know what I'm saying, like inside the whole household, you know what I'm saying, where they eating, how they're exercising, how they dealing with their families, how are they doing all of that. You gotta be there in their life, you know what I'm saying. And being in a person's life is very hard, because you got your own life to live. So it's gonna be very hard to be inside of another person's life. It's not possible, you know what I'm saying? So with that not being possible, it's gonna be very hard to keep up that role play. You can, okay, we can talk like them, walk like them, etc. You know what I'm saying? So we can walk like them, talk like them, stand like them, get our hair done like them, wear a beard like them, get a haircut like them, you know, wear the chain like them. You know, it's like we can do everything like this person that we look up to as our role model, right? Get the money that they get, you know what I'm saying? It's like we could do all of that, you know what I mean? But it's a difference, you know? And with there being a difference in this role play that we're acting out, I want to break down the difference of why there is an issue with a role model, because we're only doing a role play. And once we understand that we're only doing a role play with having a role model, here's the difference. Jesus is my role model. He controls my mind and soul, and his spirits live in me. Jesus is my role model. He controls my mind, and his spirit of the living is living within me. It's a big difference. So with Jesus being my role model, I don't have to do a role play. I don't have to act out God movements, because God is God all alone. He don't need no help. Even if I don't praise him, he already got the people that's going to praise him. Holy, holy, holy. He got those people in position already. So either I'm going to be about my Father's business, or he going to pass this on to somebody else, because I'm not in position. You know, it's a lot of things that people don't understand. You know, some gifts and talents and things of that nature, God give them and he can take them away. What? Yeah, some gifts and talents God give and he can take them away. I had some gifts and talents in my past that he took away because I wasn't doing nothing with them. You know, so, but the beauty of this is, from this role model, if he dialogue in something for me to act out in life, a gift, that means he can give me more gifts. That's the beauty of it, you know what I'm saying? So he give me a creative idea, that means he can give me another creative idea. If he give me a business mindset on one business, that means he can give me a business mindset on another business, because he's the creator. That's the beauty of this role model. He don't need no help with being himself and doing the things that he's already done for us. You know, so with knowing this, that God is doing everything and he don't need no help, with him being a role model running my mind, that's a blessing. The spirit inside of me, that's a blessing. So with knowing these things, this is not a role play. You know, this is not fake. This ain't nothing that, you know, this is not a facade. This ain't nothing I could just put on, you know what I'm saying, and take off at any given moment. No, you're going to be by his business, or you're going to ride the bench. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to play in this game called life. You know what I'm saying? Rocking for Jesus Christ if you're not really rocking for Jesus Christ, right? So let him be your role model. You know, it's beautiful when you let Jesus Christ be your role model. Run your mind and put that spirit within you guys. You know, we need more spiritual leaders out here, man, to run households, man. Be there for their kids and things of that nature. That's what we need as good role models out here. We need real men that's serving Jesus Christ and being there for their wife and their kids. You know, because I say wife and kids because I want you guys to be in these kids' life. I want you to be in your wife's life too. You done laid down with her, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and just beat her. You know what I'm saying? So the difference between a role play and a role model, that's the difference, guys. The difference is one is just, you know what I'm saying, make-believe, and one is for real, guys. So keep that in mind. I hope you picked the right role model. I got the right role model in my life, and his name is Jesus, and I had to say it one more time. Until next time, guys, God bless each and every one of y'all.